Hi everyone, my name is Hope Grasset. I am a representative of a hotel luxury brand downtown. I inspect hotels to ensure that our customers get quality service. What about you?
Hi everyone, my name is Shamita Sirsi and I am the owner of the bar called Hashtag, where we specialize in customized cocktails. What about you?
Hi, I'm Nupur Javeri. I am the owner of one of the boutique hotels downtown Toronto, five-star hotels downtown Toronto, and we specialize in giving meditative spas and treatments. What about you?
Hi, my name is Deborah Bossinger. I am the owner and operator of the food truck called Candy Jam. That stands for Canadian, West Indian, and Jamaican.
Okay, so this is about a discussion that we are going to have. So, I want to actually ask you guys. It's been a very long time we have not met after our graduation. Today is the day that we are meeting, and
How long has it been? 2 years?
more than that. I
Yeah,
think. More
about
than that.
2-3 years.
2-3 years, yeah. And I was just curious to know how has your journey been so far, and what we were before, and how we have actually studied our classes together, and what do you guys have in store that you'll have already experienced now? Just
I mean, like for me, it was a rough start. I mean, getting the startup money to actually get the actual food truck, having people, meeting with people to try and get people to invest in you and to believe in your dream. That was the hardest part of it. Hearing no so much, it kind of get you discouraged. But so far, so good. I mean, there are days when it's not so good, and there's days when it's really, really good. But to find that balance, it's gonna take a little time.
I'm just curious. Was it really difficult to have the patience? That was the main thing, right? Because to get a business kick off at the right time, and it just doesn't happen at the time when you start. So was it really difficult, or how was it? How was your patience level at that time?
Patience level was actually zero. That's like back when I was in college. I was really excited to get out there. I was like, oh, can't wait to finish school and get this up. But now that I'm out here in the real world, I'm thinking that hey, I just kind of wish I was back in college. It nothing to worry about. But having friends and family and the support of people that care about me and believe in my dream, that was the thing that pushed me forward the most to get, keep going.
Of course, wonderful. What about you, Hope? How are you doing?
Well, let's see. It's a lot more interesting now because I was always interested in being able to communicate better with everyone now. So being able to go around all different destinations and talk to the customers, getting to know what they want. It's very interesting, and the culture was the same like was at school. We have different people coming from different areas. So that feels very nice. I like that.
So has it been a lot of traveling with you? I mean,
So I
has it
like
been,
that.
How have you been exploring places? I mean, how is it going?
Oh wow! It's like like you take a rickshaw, like you went to India and I take one.
Really? You
Yeah,
went to
it's
India?
very interesting.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I don't know how to speak your language, but I enjoy your culture so much. It was so interesting.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. What about you, Shamita? How is your
Me?
cocktails going?
So for me, it was always like a big roller coaster ride. I think everyone in class knew that I was always leaning towards a more alcoholic side.
Yeah.
We all know about
Yeah.
that side. But it all worked out. I think like it was difficult because I was looking for part-time jobs related to the bar and just that area, but I didn't quite get that. I was always all around the place. I did events, I went somewhere else. But always at the back of my head, I was always just like, like bar. Although I did get demotivated, like how Deborah said.
Which was the kickstart that, okay, now it's enough. Now I have to open my own goddamn bar.
So I think
was
once
that?
you start earning money, like, after that, like after getting part-time jobs, so you started earning money, and then I started doing a lot of volunteering jobs because you get a lot of experience out of that as well. That helped me a lot, like volunteering all over the place. So that, and then I started earning money, and I'm just like, I'm done just walking around and helping people. I want to own
Now have my own.
yeah, and
that's
I
like
started like having my own different recipes and everything. So it was like time for it to just come, like it has to come to life right now.
I remember
So-
you sharing with me.
I know,
a few
all
things
my
that-
book full
Yeah.
of.
She used to be like going on
different-
writing a journal, and she'd be like, oh, you know what? Today I did this mix, and I did have little bad
Yeah,
ones as well.
Bad ones, but I mean, you gotta have bad ones too.
Of
have
course,
good ones,
anytime.
right? So it's been good. Y'all should come. Y'all should come to
I'm coming.
Yeah.
hashtag. It's always about hashtag. It's about that.
So before, like, I mean, like, we're interested to hear about like how
Oh.
your business is going because it seems really interesting.
So you guys know about in class that I was always leaning towards the occult sciences and about graphology and about all these little things that I used to do, and I actually wanted to merge the two things together and make it a big success in the hotel industry. So I plan to open up my own boutique, a little small boutique hotel, which is called, of course, the Emerald Suites, wherein what we do is it's a sort of a staycation, but it's a staycation for those people who are really tired of going to their work and having their life stressed out, and it's
Yeah.
something
It's
to
something
deal with.
different because not
Yes.
everyone is gonna.
And
Yeah.
this specifically offers you meditative spas and meditative those trips where you actually.
So do you actually read like their handwriting first when they come in, and how
No.
how like how does it
It's
work?
actually it's everything together. Actually, we read the writings, and after reading them, we exactly know which is the point where we need to
Oh, work on
de-stress
like
them.
this, okay.
Yeah, and then we
Got it.
go with the
Okay.
flow, and it's wonderful. I mean, people really like it because they feel so relaxed, and when they get back to their work, they are fresh again and
Yeah, I
start
like
facing it.
that
I like
idea.
that.
Y'all should come.
It's different than different than the normal hotels that you've been
Yes.
going to, and it's just relaxing. That's good.
It's a niche, right?
Yeah.
And the best part of this is that we use all natural products, all the Ayurvedic and natural products coming from India. So
That's nice.
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's going good.
Cool.
And okay, so now the next question here is, what is that one thing that actually triggered y'all towards whatever y'all are today, whatever y'all are at different posts, wonderful posts you
Yeah.
guys are at, and what does that designation have? That one little thing that's connected to you being a leader, then having an entry level job to a leadership job, and what is that one thing that really triggers y'all to become what you are today? Starting with Debbie.
Well, I mean, the love for food really is what triggers everything and what kind of keeps me going, because the thing is, if you don't love what you're doing and if you don't have like a passion for it, you're not gonna put your utmost effort into it. And when it says that you are artistic and you love the arts, and I believe that food is a form of art, as is
Yeah.
mixology and everything like that. Inspiration comes from everywhere,
Of course.
and you never know where it's gonna come. And that's also the very interesting thing about it. Like, you can get a new idea for a meal just like that. Whereas I know you can get an idea for a new drink just like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be something that you sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna come up with something new.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it
like a
could
flash,
come-
it's like an insight,
Yeah. And that is what kind of pushes me to be like a leader instead of somebody that's like underneath somebody else. Leading with my vision of what I want food to look like, I want food to taste like, and just putting what's in my mind onto a plate
Okay.
or onto a dish. That's what kind of makes me want to be a leader.
That's wonderful. What about you, Shumita? Like, how are you as a leader when you say I'm the owner of this bar? How does your employees feel? You might be having some idea how they enjoy making the drinks, and how wonderful do they feel when there are more public coming in the weekends and they don't want to leave their jobs? Like,
Yeah. So one thing good about my bar is that all of us, we love service. Like one thing that is we like with a passion is to always bring a smile to our guests. Like, they might come in and they might have a bad day, or sometimes they just want like, whiskey on the rocks or something like that. But sometimes if you just come up with a new drink, like, you come up with crazy flavors and you're like, crazy mixes, and they're like, would you like to try? And then they try it and they're like, oh, this is nice. You can actually
Yeah.
see that it's making them a
That's
little happy.
yeah.
So I think that's one thing that our bar has. Like we're always very like cheerful, happy, hyper
I
active
have
people.
to so know
That's
what you
good.
have to do.
Yeah. Need to go. Need to go.
Yeah, you need to go.
Need to go. Yeah.
Because we don't always like have, I mean, we do have a lot of customized things that we have on our menu, but sometimes we just come up with things like in our head and then we just mix it in front of them and we're like, would you like to try it? And then they're like, yeah, and then, you know, just to see that smile on their face is just,
Yeah.
it's just amazing. It's all about the passion though. There are days where you just don't, you're not having a good day basically, but then sometimes you just think in your head that it's not all about us. It's about your customers that are coming, so you still have to, and then that indirectly makes you happy because if you're making them happy, it's
That's
making
true.
you happy.
Yeah.
So it's like a two-way.
What about you, Hope? How's it going with you? I mean, aren't you tired of the monotonous one because it's always one and the same? Or are you really intrigued with all the new exploring things that you keep doing every day? I mean, every day a different country, maybe a different trip altogether. How do you like it? I mean,
I find it very interesting. As I said before, culture and history is very important to me, and just getting to know everyone from different eras, you know, is a way for me to connect, you know, on a
Yeah.
different level. It's very interesting. So when I go and I want to find out what the customer wants based on how their environment is very interesting to me.
Okay.
So I enjoy that.
that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
And the pour for you, like it must be an everyday learning experience to see how the guests react to like the experience in the hotel. Like how do you use the guest experience to
Well-
make you a better leader and owner?
So just to talk about this, the actual idea that came to my head when I wanted to start this was I was actually looking at a lot of handwritings and I wanted to somehow help them with their problems because those problems were being able to solve, but there were different types of therapies that were included, you know, that need to be had to be in practice to actually get them out of that problem. So I found out in that journey, I found out this typical meditative therapy which is very effective, which is extremely, you know, powerful in making the people understand what they are going through. So, you know, some people, they really don't react to, they have different reactions when they actually come to know that this is what is happening, this is wrong in my body. So to get that out of their system, I had to get them to a place where they could understand, where they could meditatively understand on their own where my problems are. And just by treating them with their body, they used to actually, you know, de-stress themselves, and that used to actually put into practice when they used to go back to their work. So it was very fascinating for me, and I was like, why not do this? Just go for it. It really makes a lot of, importance to me in my life now. I think just wrapping up. I think we have met. It's a sort of a reunion for us after years together.
Yeah, for
And,
sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink now.
Yeah, we should actually go to
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
So thank you so much,
Hashtag
guys, for. So thank you so much, guys, for your time and for having us. Talk about this so wonderfully, and it really went really
It's been
good.
good, yeah.
So thank you so much. And
Yeah, it was nice.
Hashtag.
thank
bye.
you. Hashtag bye.